a heavily damaged building that is over 3,500 years old, that was named after a famous fresco found within the house, and has the only light well found within the ancient city of Akrotiri. This is Veronica from History Victorum. Join us as we visit the House of the Ladies in the ancient city of Akrotiri on the Greek island of Santorini. The House of the Ladies is found near the back of the archaeological site. A 20th century torrent of water damaged the south and east sides of the house, and it ran through the ancient city of Akrotiri prior to the excavations. It was a 3-story freestanding building. It is believed that there may have been up to 10 rooms on each floor. The main entry jets out on the southern side of the rectangular house. It is believed that the entry may have been added onto the house later. The entrance is a half-story higher than the ground floor, which has led some to believe that it was due to a possible new street level resulting from debris of seismic activity. The entry is typical of Akrotiri buildings with an entry and window. Due to the higher entry level, the lobby was the staircase's first landing. The staircases at Akrotiri were designed so that when you reached the landing, you made a U-turn to then continue on the staircase. In the lobby, they found an L-shaped stone bench. The eastern flight of the stairs would take you to the ground floor. The western flight of stairs would have taken you up to the upper floors and possibly the roof. The ground floor is not well understood. From the type and number of items found on the ground floor, it is believed that these rooms were storerooms for food and domestic vessels. Entry into the ground floor was through the stairs that brought you presumably to room 6 and room 5. The door into room 6 is visible in the southwest corner of the room. Room 7 was a storage room for vases. In room 1, there was a set of clay bins found. The highlight of the building's architecture is a light well at the center of the building. It is unique to this building in Akrotiri and is the only one found to date here. Unlike the West House, where the windows are larger and allow a significant amount of light into the rooms, here we can see much smaller windows at the House of the Ladies. This light well could have compensated for these smaller windows by letting light into the center of the building. On the first floor, there were windows on the north, east, and west walls. These sides had a corridor running along the sides of the light well, which allowed light to enter into the first floor rooms. With the internal staircase on the south wall, there wasn't a window on that side on the ground floor. Moving up towards the upper floors, the light well had a larger window on the southern wall. The upper floors were reached by taking the staircase up and entering through room 5 at each floor. Rooms 2, 3, and 4 were rooms of similar sizes. Room 7 was found to be used to store a large amount of pottery at all 3 levels. These included Rhytons, breasted ewers, like this one in the museum, kimbai, and triton shells. In room 6, a large unfinished red marble jar was found that is believed was imported from the Greek mainland. Room 1 on the upper floor was separated into east and west sections by a clay partition wall. This is where the fresco of the ladies was found on the eastern section of the room. They found large quantities of conical cups, triton shells, and ivory fragments in this room. It is believed that the western section may have had 2 windows, one into room 7 and the other one on the northern wall of the building. It is believed the large blue plant frescoes were located here. These large plants are believed to be papyrus or sea lilies. The sea lilies are currently found in the Aegean Islands. The plants are depicted as growing from the earth, which is symbolized by the yellow waves. The eastern section is referred to as the Room of the Ladies, and only frescoes from 2 walls survived. These female figures are 2/3 to 3/4 life size. They are said to be in Minoan dress and is where the house derives its name. You'll notice here that this woman is walking towards the left, and it is believed that this fresco was on the south wall. believed to have been on the west wall, is a mature woman seen bending down towards the right with her face raised, looking upwards. In her right hand, she is holding a garment, and her left hand is touching the arm of another female, who is believed to be standing. Not much is known of this second female figure in this fresco, but it has been derived that she is either in a profile or semi-profile position. The west wall fresco was found in fragments, and their location has been disputed. Due to the state of the building, the architecture of this room is difficult to determine, and is the reason why it is difficult to determine exactly where the frescoes would have been located, based on the available wall space that would have been impacted by windows and doorways. Much of the doorway placement on the upper stories is based on the location of doorways on the ground floor. Although the building was damaged by the water torrents throughout the years, we can see the general layout of the building and have seen that there are a number of items that were found here, including the famous frescoes of the ladies. Explore other locations with History Victorum here on one of these videos or playlists. Thank you for joining History Victorum as we explored the House of the Ladies in the ancient city of Akrotiri on the Greek island of Santorini.